it gives, I'll give a lot of credit to him for his entire aspect. And you mentioned that when you were working, even remotely, I think that also talks about the culture and character of Adfactors.
Of course.
Right? We decided at the same day that there will be no job cuts in COVID. You've seen
Yes, yes. You guys
large
took the
agencies.
salary cuts. The
Yes.
senior
No,
executives
it
take.
was all restored. It
Hanji.
was all restored, and even that, what the directors took was more voluntarily,
Hmm.
which Manoj and others came and mentioned that
Hmm.
we will, because
Percy
of the
sir,
issue.
Arun
Yes,
sir.
everyone
Hmm.
saying that we should go in for a cut. It was a very nominal cut, not that it was drastically cut.
Hmm.
And to the credit of Adfactors, and of course to both the promoters, the fact that they not only restored it in 6 months, we also got promotions and salary
Hmm.
hikes at the end of the year, when the entire advertising and PR industry
Was,
across, not only
yeah.
in India, across the globe, was kind of suffering. We've seen people going out and saying things which were fancy enough that we will not cut any jobs, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
And in 15 days, they sacked
Yeah, there were
5%,
layoffs. I
10% of
still
their
remember this
workforce.
agency we're talking about, without naming, had a very nice first floor and a sixth floor.
Right.
And the first floor was just shut down. You know, it had the gym and it had so many relaxation techniques and everything. So I think it took them probably a couple of years to jump back. And I don't think
Correct.
at the same level, you know, the layoffs were massive,
Correct.
like for MNCs. But, you know, here is where I'll say that Adfactors maybe made a difference for TCS and the employees in India, because hum Bharatiya, we are made in India.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's exactly the point. I think we are sole Indian large firm left in
yes.
the industry. And again, the credit goes for culture, character, to both Madan sir from bringing the business acumen that he brings to the table, and of course to Rajesh sir from the relationship capital that he brings to
Oh,
the table, right? There is
absolutely.
nobody else better than him
Not at all.
at the level at which they are. But how humble both of them are, and the fact that they're still so passionate about the brand. I think उनसे ज़्यादा PR करने वाले और कोई है नहीं
बिल्कुल सच
इंडस्ट्री
बोल रहे हैं आप, which is why I told you very unabashedly that you're my stepping stone to reach to
में.
the
That's right.
two bosses. You know, they are the Dronacharyas in real sense, you
Absolutely,
know. But
absolutely.
I have not been Eklavya, I've been Arjuna with them, because
Gee.
I can still DM Rajesh sir and he replies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's right.
beautiful,
That's
you know.
right. Right.
I still remember he was so patient. I was like just a child, you know,
Gee.
hired into this firm.
Gee.
And I was telling an anecdote about Ganesh ji and my grandmother, because I was very attached to my family values. And he heard it through, and you know, even though there was a network dispatch, he actually answered my question.
Wow.
And even Madan sir, for that matter, you know, he's always maintained the hire, train and deploy theory. And
Correct.
I'll give you the biggest example in the industry. Ravi Mutreja, you know, he was in SR, he came as VP, and then he went to Adani, which is now the biggest mandate. You know, it's
Correct.
globally something so big that, you know, यहाँ पे तो कई crises भी आते हैं, SEC
True.
crises and all of these, you know, Sagar, Adani, and so many issues came up. And, you know, there was this whole Hindenburg controversy, and, you know, we also saw a very senior journalist being roped in and, you know, being lashed out at by the Hindenburg research. And, you know, it's getting murky now. It's actually, with the third term of this government, it's becoming a them versus us. And I know that Adfactors has a very clear mandate कि आप liquor and politicians को नहीं represent करते हैं.
Correct.
You only stick to the corporates and, you know, the good causes, the NGOs of sorts. And social impact team was absolutely amazing. I still remember we had one client and we pitched the services, and I think they did something with them.
Right.
So I mean, the ethos has been very much Indian, because there's been a Saffron media publishing also run
Yeah.
by,
Yeah.
it's a sister
Madan Bhair,
company for
yeah.
Adfactors.
Right.